7654.
Now we're late. We wasted all that. Doggone it. Forgot to
That's
turn the
okay.
darn thing on.
Let's make sure you tell people what happened, because
That was a
this
good
is
warm up, though.
yeah, it was.
Too bad everybody missed it. Wasn't that good? We can do better. You remember what you said?
No, I remember saying something about gearheads.
Oh yeah, gearheads.
Oh yeah, I think one of the things I said was you're getting a new camera was quite inspiring to me.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
And
did get a new
in
camera.
in my I'm a natural competitor, just a natural one, and and so my instinct is to go right out and get a camera myself.
Well,
We speak. I'm looking in my drawer full of credit cards.
well, the thing is, it's sort of like taking a picture. There's a 3 minute rule where if you wait 3 minutes or you see a picture, that's when it's time to take a picture.
Same with
It's like
buying
that
a
with
camera.
cameras. You wait a certain
It's
amount of time, whether you need it or not.
yeah, right.
You buy
It's
a
3 months.
camera.
No camera. Oh, I go into withdrawal. Have you
Well,
ever
anyway,
seen me speaking?
good morning, Harry.
Good morning, Kurt.
This may seem familiar. We just did this a minute ago. I forgot to turn the
Clink,
recorder on.
clink,
Right
clink,
into your
clink, crash,
clink, crash, tinkle, bash. Okay, well, here we are. We missed a
splash.
couple.
Don't forget to splash.
Oh yeah,
Click, splash.
we missed a couple of weeks. We're sorry. We had circumstances beyond our control. I know both both viewers were very disappointed.
You know,
Not
it's pretty weird when the number of people broadcasting equals the number of people watching.
and there's only two of us.
Hi, Bob.
Uh,
Hi, Leslie.
oh, good morning,
Hi,
Linda.
Linda. Oh, we're outnumbered. There's three.
Oh, there's one. We know
Where
Linda's
is?
there.
Hi, Linda.
Okay, I forgot. Did we do this? The merch,
Not,
the coffee.
not since you've turned on the camera.
Oh yeah. you know,
We went
uh,
through all this before the camera was on.
I've ordered a couple of things, and actually, the merch is pretty good stuff.
It's flying off the shelves,
Yeah,
folks.
flying.
There'll be
It's a
new
very small shelf. Oh my god! And don't forget to subscribe. You know how that goes, right? Okay. Well, anyway, so we did miss 2 weeks, but we did go out 2 weeks ago. So these are pictures from 2 weeks ago.
By
And
the way, we might mention that this is exactly the time of year when you have to start thinking about stocking stuffers.
oh,
And what could be better as a stocking stuffer than a couple of T-shirts or a couple of
these make
caps
these do make
or
great
golf
gifts.
shirts?
And Harry can tell you because he's gifted them many times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll go over to somebody's house for dinner sometime. Any of the three of you who are watching.
Yeah. Yeah. And you need to stock up on the Coffee Crawl merch because, if you get invited somewhere and you go, oh, I forgot to get a gift. Well,
Right,
there you go. You got one in the closet.
right.
All right.
What's
So
it doing in your closet? It should be out on your coffee table.
closet Coffee Crawl merch sounds kind of funny. Well,
Obviously, we're getting rich.
the big bucks are rolling in. So we did go on the Coffee Crawl. Now, this has been called the red. We have a dilemma here because this is the Red Line Coffee Crawl show. Where's mine? This is the Red Line Coffee Crawl, but we can't call that anymore, really, because we were on, believe it or not, the purple line for this coffee crawl. We start on the red line, so we're not completely wrong. But we're on the purple line. Fortunately, there's only 2 stops, so I'm not going to change any of the graphics. There's this one. This was in Normandy.
Yeah.
And frankly, I found this a little barren of targets. When I started looking at my pictures, I was going, why did you, what?
Why are we here?
Fortunately, yours look really good.
There's Starbucks. Now I know why we're here.
Yeah, I hope I like mine better today. All
You
right,
will. You were
equipment
great.
similar to last time. Mine is a Canon EOS 1N with a
Mhm.
1740L lens, shooting Delta 400 at 400. Harry?
Quick, question. What is the L for?
L
On
is designates their professional line of top level lenses.
Oh, okay.
When you see the little red ring, that's what you pay for.
I did not know that.
Yeah. All right. And Harry?
Leica SL with a Vario Elmaret lens. I think that's how it's
That
pronounced.
sounds about right.
24 to 90, and honestly, that's almost become the camera of choice if I'm going to use a digital camera.
Yeah. Well, I know why. It sure looks good.
Yeah, yeah. I think we've talked about this a little before. I think it's sometimes super sharp pictures get a little taxing on the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Blame it on the camera.
It's the camera's fault. It always is. All right. Well, this was sort of a. This is one of my better pictures. This is where we were, but you can see now that we were on the North Hollywood B red line, and now we're going to D, which also has its own hazards and dangers because we're in danger of getting on the wrong train now because we're switching trains.
Not that we haven't before, but
Yeah, we got on the wrong train even when we weren't switching trains before.
it's amazing, folks.
It looks easy, but it's not. All right,
Yeah.
I kind of like this one. I'm going to just go down in each of the terminals and take a whole bunch of Well, I kind of have actually. This looked pretty cool to me. This is
Yeah.
Scenes of old L.A. Now we're on the west side of Los Angeles. We're creeping from the red line into West Los Angeles instead of southern. I should show a
Yeah.
map one of these. I'll get a map ready for next time maybe. This is Harry's.
I think I took a picture like this the last time around, but our shadows down at the bottom.
Much better shadow.
Yeah, better shadows
this week. Yeah, you're aiming for it.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be there.
Now this one, I like this one. You remember that old arrow through the head joke?
Yeah, Steve Martin.
What this looked like.
This is the picture Steve Martin would have taken.
Right, Steve Martin took this. Steve Martin inspired.
If he were a photographer, if he hadn't wasted his life being a comic.
Darn him.
He is a banjo player though. So
don't sit on the planter.
Oh yeah. Imagine my surprise when I sat down.
Oops. Oh, I think I'll just have a seat here. Oh, thanks, honey.
Yeah. Did you hope I sat down hard?
Did you notice Linda has her picture on her chat messages now?
No.
Yeah, look.
That looks like that's her picture, right?
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
See how nice it is. Now, if the rest of our viewer would participate in the chat, we'd be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, we'd have some idea who was viewing.
Yeah.
Come on, Bob. Come on, Leslie. We know you're out there.
No. Okay, well, this one I sort of thought was kind of cool. In the midst of Urbania, got the little garden upstairs, and these are probably expensive condos or apartments or something. They get their own little park on top of their building, right next to the barren parking lot.
I thought that was where all the condos were, and they were just really open architecture.
Yeah.
Open design condos.
Huh.
But no, that's
well, they don't have to look at them.
Right.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
Whose is that?
That's yours.
Is that one of mine?
Yeah.
That looks like it should be X-rated.
Now, was that? I didn't see this one. Is this the way it was, or did somebody fix that up, except for the graffiti on the cheek there?
I think that somebody graffitied the mouth too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think.
Oh, burgers and fries, I guess, were the original concept.
Yeah. Yeah. That was in that downstairs place.
Oh, right. Had to
Yeah, I can
go
remember.
take a, yeah, right. Enough said.
Yeah.
All right. This is one of those when I looked at my pictures, I went, well, what the heck was I? I think I was testing my focus. That must have been it. Because other than that, oh, there we go. There's a Harry Smallenberg, classic Harry Smallenberg.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I actually like the colorfulness of that
Yeah,
dress. You notice there was no mannequin in it.
I know. That was the first that made you look.
I know, yeah. Like the dress escaped from behind those.
It's on its way out. Well, when we emerged from the metro, oh, that's a picture of the metro terminal. You could barely see it, right in the middle. That's why I took that.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, when we emerged, I'll tell you, not often do you go, where the heck am I? But for some reason, maybe it's because we were all enclosed between these buildings. I had a hard time orienting myself.
Yeah, and
Just
I've never been in that area of LA before, so
no, nothing looked familiar, and boy, it was a little unsettling at first.
yeah. Till we found the Starbucks.
Yeah, fortunately, it was right
Then
next door.
yeah, then everything fell into place.
Oh, look at that! That's kind of crazy there with the
The warped building.
warped. Yeah. Oh, that'll throw you off.
Yeah. I mean, originally, I was photographing the tree, and then I saw how that building looked. I'm sure it's reflected in glass,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what's making the warp. But it's very very strange.
Just enough to it would look like camera distortion, except some of it's straight up and down.
Yeah, yeah. It's even worse than the camera distortion.
Yeah. Gaylord. Oh, these are those metro bikes. You can get on these, and those are city bikes you can ride around. One of these days, maybe I'm going to try that. I always
Yeah.
meant to. I was sort of on the original bucket list, but hasn't really appealed to me lately. But anyway, there's the Gaylord Hotel, which I was supposed to do some research on and didn't. I forgot about it.
I love these programs. Oh, there's something I forgot to
I
research.
wonder what happens here. That's interesting. Could you tell me a little bit about it? No.
Go look it up yourself.
Yeah, look it up. Gaylord Hotel, Wikipedia. What am I?
I noticed that's what people do anyway.
Yeah.
There's one singer. Oh, I'm not naming any names, but you know how singers will say a little bit about the song they're going to sing, something
Yeah.
about the composer, something about the circumstances.
Yeah.
No, the singer has it on 3x5 cards, like she's giving a lecture. So she'll read the information and then kind of shuffle that card back into the back of the deck and say, and now I'm going to sing the song.
And 1904, can't remember right, 1947.
Yeah, right.
Oh no, look at that guy. Lost. Another
Oh,
homeless.
there he is. No, you're focused. You're concentrating.
Oh, that's it. That's the look of oh yeah. That's a highly intellectual look of concentration.
It is.
That's basically
It's the intellectual homie look.
yeah.
That's
Oh.
you.
That's me. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. Oh, thanks, honey. We didn't mean to be. Hey, we are serious photographers.
Yeah.
Don't you forget it.
Yeah. It's easy to forget, but we'll remind you.
Yeah, you might forget for a moment, particularly looking at somebody.
That's why we do these programs, so we can tell you how serious we are.
Look at this. That looks like a nice little rest area, doesn't it? That's where you want to just settle back down, maybe read a book.
Right in the corner where I swept all the trash out of the way.
Oh God, I don't want to know what happened in that corner.
We need to start carrying was it aroma spray can,
And deodorizer and disinfectant and bear spray.
sanitary wipes.
Oh my God.
You know,
Okay,
the other
this,
thing is when I see a scene that doesn't have any graffiti, I'm going
yeah.
to start carrying a spray can, and I'm
We
going
can
to
Photoshop it in later.
what's a scene without graffiti?
Oh yeah,
That's
come
my
on.
new.
It's just needs something.
Yeah, right. I'm going to have my packet of cans.
Bag o' cans. All right. Well, here, this is another failure here, sort of,
Um,
but this little guy, I don't know if you've heard me mention it before, but I carry a little dog treat. I love taking pictures of dogs. I carry little dog treats, and I have a little squeak toy. And this guy, that's as close as I could get for his attention. He wouldn't eat the treat. He sniffed, turned up his nose, kept looking out the door. I've never been rejected by a dog at this level. And he's such a sweet little guy. And then I noticed just this morning the skull and crossbones on his sweater.
Whoa!
Killer puppy.
Oh, no kidding! Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he sniffed at the dog treat. He wouldn't pay any attention to my squeak toy. I felt so rejected. So here you go, little guy.
It's probably better
Yeah,
that you
chance for
didn't.
glory. It
Wait,
was a
till- wait till we wait till we find the dog with a swastika.
Oh, come on. Something tells me we're not far off. Okay, I'm glad you got a picture of this because this is when I ran out of film.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This used to be the Ambassador Hotel, and it went through a whole bunch of things. They were going to tear it down. It tried to be saved as a historic landmark, and now it's the Robert Kennedy schools. There's like 6 schools in this thing, and a couple other things. But my personal note to this is when it was still the Ambassador Hotel, and their nightclub was called the Coconut Grove, which was fairly famous back in the day. And I had a gig there with a wonderful trumpet player named Zeke Zarchi. And
Oh yeah.
we were walking back to the car, and he had a shortcut back to the parking lot through the kitchen. And we were just chatting away, and mid-sentence, he says, "Oh, by the way, this is where Robert Kennedy was shot." And
Yeah.
it was like an electric jolt, from out of nowhere to get that kind of information. I'll never
Yeah,
forget that.
that's another one of those events where you know what you were doing. You
Oh
can
yeah. Oh
remember
my
what
gosh.
you were doing
Yeah.
when that happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both Kennedys,
Yeah.
Martin Luther King,
Yeah.
9/11,
Yeah.
and those are indelibly etched events in your
Yeah.
mind.
When 9/11 was happening, my son was still in bed. He had gotten up to get
Yeah,
ready to go to school, and I woke him up and I said, "Get up, watch this. This is going to be a day you'll never forget."
yeah. You knew that then. Huh?
Oh yeah, you could tell. At first, Linda woke me up. She said, somebody just crashed into a building in New York. Well, that's kind of weird. It's probably the weather. And then I saw a clear day, and I thought, this is weird. And then the second one hit. Oh boy, this is it. I
Yeah.
didn't know what
Wow.
it was, but it was big.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
anyway, this is a Robert Kennedy Memorial Park, and
Yeah.
there's all
It was
these.
Robert Kennedy Inspirational Park, or
That's it. Yes, Inspirational Park, and they've got all these wonderful quotes. I'll tell you, boy, those Kennedys were great speakers.
oh yeah, yeah. They were orators.
Yeah, they sure
I mean,
were.
there are people who are speakers. Biden's a speaker, but Kennedys were orators.
Yeah,
I think Obama was an orator.
yeah, great stuff.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I guess I like the reflections on the side of the building. They're kind of nice now. I hope that's what I was looking for. I also like
Well,
the.
you mentioned it at the time.
Oh, okay. I must have liked it. But I like the juxtaposition of the old church in the middle of these tall buildings too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I love those palm trees, man. You know, I guess that's a Southern California landmark, but those tall palm trees, they just look great.
You know, on a really windy day, you can see why they're so slender and so
Mm-hmm.
pliable.
Yeah. What's
Because
that?
they
There's a
survive because they can bend back and forth.
yeah. Not like the mighty oak. They bend with the wind. They go with the flow. Okay.
And this is
Textures.
yeah, shapes and textures,
Yeah.
and this at inspiration. One of the
Oh,
inspiration
right,
things.
right. At the Kennedy park.
Yeah, they don't seem to try to remove any of the homeless around there.
No,
So
that would
there's
be kind of
counter inspirational.
counter inspirational. Yeah. Wow. Okay,
That's that.
this is an attempt at. I still like these kind of shots, even though they're like warped and leaning back and everything. I like the lines.
Yeah,
I got a million
the
of them.
building. Yeah, what is it that makes the spreading lines on the surface of the building? Is that reflective, or is that the way the windows work?
Makes you wonder. Yeah, I didn't notice that. Yeah, some of them are light and some are dark.
Well, it looks like some of them go up kind of like a palm tree, or is it the way the image looks on my computer screen?
That might be it. They're pretty straight.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, and then the
they're,
bird.
they're shifting a little
The bird.
as we look.
Yeah, the timestamp is the bird. You'll never get that shot again, ever. It's one of a kind. It's unique.
Yeah, a single bird flying south for the winter. This one was kind of interesting to me, but both for the shapes and the composition.
Mm-hmm.
And the Church of Christ Scientist, and you can't quite tell in this picture, but behind, about mid-ground, exactly at the center, there are a man and woman who seem to be involved in some kind of argument. But I think they're there together as friends, or husband,
Uh-huh.
wife, daughter, and he's helping her adjust her mask or something.
Oh yeah.
But if you don't quite know that,
Yeah,
then
it kind of
it
gets lost a little bit till you notice it.
yeah, and it could look more ominous than it actually was.
Uh-huh.
And this I like for the lines and the shapes, and that guy sitting in the upper
Yeah. Yeah, this
upper
is good.
level.
I like this one. And by the way, this area is also known as Koreatown, but being geographically challenged, we were in Koreatown on another part of town, right? Is there two
Yeah,
Koreatowns, I wonder?
it seems like it.
Yeah,
It's probably something we could Google, but
yeah. More research for next time.
oh, I love doing research.
Yeah,
Especially
after it's too late.
yeah, right. I love thinking of things I should have researched. And this I just liked because it was you know, an attempt to, have some green space down in this
Yeah.
sunken area.
And put a tree over here and a cactus over here, and we're done with it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Let's get out of here. It's the
Let's
end
get
of the
out of
day.
here. I think we're done. Oh, this is
We've
cool.
got an extra tree in the truck. Let's put it down there.
Look at the mixture of textures, lines, and everything else here.
Yeah, yeah. All obliterating. I think that's a peace sign in the background,
Oh,
or it's a peach sign,
a peach. I thought it was peach. I'm for peaches. For
or
it.
it's an impeach sign.
Give peaches a chance.
No, apples, apples. You're so
No,
divisive.
no. Oh, this is my favorite picture of the day. That's why I saved it for last.
Oh yeah.
Somebody put Goo eyes not only on this one but several other places, and they were
Yeah,
brilliantly placed.
yeah, right. That one, I think that one was the best.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah,
Never get tired of looking at that one.
yeah, man.
Well, hey, just
Yeah,
like that.
where can we get those googly eyes? I can
Oh
think of a
man,
lot of places I'd like to put them.
just get a whole bag of them. That's what we
Where do
need. A
you
whole,
get them?
whole bag of Goo eyes.
Probably get them
Stick
on
them everywhere.
Amazon. Yeah, right.
You know, there's certain aspects of comedy that will never get old. Goo eyes is one of them. Groucho glasses go everywhere. I mean, the rubber chicken. You can
I
use,
have, I have
you
a
know,
friend who anytime we're sitting across the table from each other, she chews her food and sticks it out at me on her tongue. And she's done that dozens of times and never fails to crack
never
me
gets
up.
tiring.
And I never remember to do it to her first. Uh,
Well, you've wasted another 20 minutes,
yeah,
as
perfectly good.
our mentors would say. Uh, Please subscribe, like, comment. It helps us out. And don't forget that for some reason the merch thing cracks me up.
You don't have enough of it.
Don't have enough. I need more. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Thanks, Harry. We had
Yeah,
a good time.
yeah. Thank you. It was fun as usual.
And hopefully we'll head out Wednesday to collect more fascinating photos for next Sunday at 10 a.m.
yeah, these are programs that document our inability to get around on the public transport system.
Right. We should document looking for the right train. It would be a lot. This thing would be a lot longer than 20 minutes.
We document it in real time. Just
But
play
you
the
know, we've
video.
met some very interesting people who go out of their way to say, "Hey, you know, you're on the wrong train."
Yeah, you
All on
really
their
don't
own.
want to be here. That's what they usually say.
We meet a lot of people like that. We have this look on our face, I guess.
There's
And we do
never
have
any.
a look, apparently, because a lot of times, you know, we look like tourists. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So they'll come up, they'd be real nice, being the good ambassadors to Los Angeles. They'll go, "Hey, where are you guys from?" And here he goes, Burbank, and I go, San Fernando Valley. And they go,
Chatsworth.
"Oh, well,
Oh, Chatsworth. Oh, you're from another country.
all the way from Chatsworth."
Foreigners, huh? Yeah, boy,
So,
your English is good.
well, okay. That's going to wrap it up for today, I guess.
All right,
Um,
gang. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
yep, hope so. Thanks, Harry.
Thank you, Kurt.
See you later.